If you're interested in film photography, then we've got just the workshop for you. Delighted to have Jason Avery with me today, and we're going to talk about the film photography workshop that Jason is running on the 22nd of July in Cambridge. How you doing, Jason?
I'm very well. Yourself, Chris?
Yes, good. Thanks. It's good to. Thanks for taking the time out. No, you're busy. You had a few workshops running uh, over the last few days, which is good, and they sound excellent. So good to just hear a bit about the workshop you're going to be running in Cambridge for us.
Yeah, of course. So basically, the one in Cambridge is going to be about the first steps into film photography. Now, if you're starting to look into get into film, it can be quite bewildering to sort of look at things like in terms of how many camera choices there is, how much film stock choices, what's right for you, what isn't, and it's kind of the course is based around you to get an understanding about film formats, different types of cameras, get an understanding about how they function, your depth of field, also things like using a camera without any batteries and just using understanding light. So we'll cover all those aspects in the day. It'd just be fun, knowledgeable, and we'll just geek about cameras and geek about film, and I've got enough passion to just keep us all entertained.
How would people expect the day to kind of like pan out if they attended?
So basically, obviously, we have a set day, we have a structured day. Obviously, there's a lot of hands-on. I'm very a tactile sort of workshop tutor. I'm not. We obviously have a slideshow, and we'll go through some slides on the day. But a lot of it, I'll be bringing a massive backpack. It'll be full of cameras and films and negatives, and I will talk all about that. We're discussing things like scanning of film, how to get your film developed, and the best places to get your film developed. So you'll have a really good understanding by the end of the day of, what type of camera suits you, what kind of film suits you as a photographer, how to use your camera technically as well, the basics, and scanning and film developing. And it kind of the whole day you'll have an understanding to walk away and go and feel confident that you can use your film camera without worrying about it. And if you've got an auto function, I reckon I can get you off it.
So obviously, the internet is awash, especially YouTube is awash with content, about becoming a better photographer, and there's plenty of content about film photography online. But there is a distinct difference between that and what you're offering. Let's talk a bit about that.
Yeah, so there's basically, obviously, if you jump on YouTube, there's loads of information out there. I mean, it is quite a bit of a minefield deciding if you're either getting back into film photography after a period of time or you're just starting out. I think that, which cameras for you? I mean, there's SLRs, there's TLRs, there's rangefinders, there's, toy cameras. There's no end of choice. And that's one of the beauties of film photography. But you've got to find out what suits you and what you're looking for as an artist. That's the key factor. So it's finding the camera that suits you as the artist. It's also finding what film stock, because there's over 250 varieties of film available today to go and buy. So again, where do you start? What do I use? What ISO settings do I use? And where do I send it? So we can talk about all that in the workshop and cover it, and feel confident you can go away and say, do you know what? Maybe an SLR is what I'm looking for, and maybe HP5 is the perfect film for me. It covers my all-round, day-to-day use. And where do I get it developed? So I can tell you about where's the best place to get it developed and our suggestions, and about getting scans and what you should do with your scans. So yeah, it's real kind of broad spectrum into a day, but it really condenses down to feeling confident and knowing what suits you as that artist or that creator or as that photographer.